Hello everyone and welcome back to another career mode episode. We're here for round 6 in Britain. As you can see, we bought another decent haul of resource points for practice, and our driver acclaim is starting to go back up. And we're going to jump into full qualifying here, hoping to get into Q3 once again. After the last episode we got into Q3, but we had to take an engine penalty. Luckily we got a nice fresh engine in the back, well I say, so we have some wear on the energy store, I believe. But we're gonna drive out here for Q1. Yeah, Britain, I do like this track. I'm not very fast at it, but it's one of the best tracks on the game, I think, and in real life in the calendar as well. It's a very all-rounded track. Setup is pretty easy to put on the car, and any team can excel here. It's really the best track in the calendar. For everybody, I think. Anyway, first lap in Q1 we got to P10 ahead of the McLaren and Racing Point of Sergio Perez once again, and Kimi Raikkonen is all the way down in P18, not really sure, as we're coming to our second lap in Q1, and I was hoping Kimi would pick up the pace a little bit so he can, it's very much a team effort in these first few seasons. As we cut to the results for Q1, and Kimi Raikkonen is out, down in P18, which is pretty dreadful. But we're going to go into Q2 now for... I don't think we've been out of Q1 in this career mode yet. So hopefully we can keep that train going. Let's go P7 when we go across the line, but that translates to P11 after everyone else has gone and done their laps. So we're going to go for our second lap here in Q2, trying to make the run into Q3. So we've got to also be careful on these tyres, because these are the types of tyres we're starting on. If we make it to Q3 and we go across the line and we make P9, so no engine penalty this time, we're going to start in the top 10 for the race, which I was very excited about as we start our first Q3 lap here. Only managed to get one good lap in my second lap, which I'm not going to show because I don't want to waste too much time. Didn't really get any improvement in any of the sectors, so as you saw there, we only improved slightly. So we remain P10. Oh, I think I am going to show it, my apologies. As you can see, we're 2 tenths down on our first time, so we're not going to improve. So we're going to start P10 on the grid tomorrow. Yeah, so pretty good qualifying from us. If we can keep this pace up throughout the rest of the season, we can hope for the top 5. Anyway, it's time for the comment competition from last week's episode. The question was, who was piloting that helicopter? In third place, we had Frank 12 with Kimi after a night out. I found that quite funny. In second place, we have Vettel 5 Racing with Binotto coming for Vettel's contract. He's had a terrible time at Ferrari. And well done to Kabsy for that very good comment. You need to be from the UK to get that. Yeah, I had quite a good laugh at that. Anyway, we're here for round 6 for Silverstone, and we're going to finally let Crofty do the grid order. So let's get underway.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. A fantastic effort from Charles Leclerc yesterday puts him on pole, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Vettel, Bottas, Max Verstappen and Stroll, Sainz, Norris, Ocon and the rookie, Albon, Ricciardo, Sergio Perez and Magnussen, Kvyat, Grosjean, George Russell and Kimi Raikkonen, Gasly and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
Also forgot to mention that the top 3 is starting to get away in that championship, so hopefully we can see some more comments for today. Anyway, strategy, I didn't really think the hard tyre would be fast enough for us. I felt like I had good tyre management on the softs today, so we're going to go for another 1-stop. Let me know if you want to go to 25% race, because I kind of wanted to do this for the 2-stop. But unfortunately we're only getting 1-stop strategy at the moment. Anyway, we're going to go to 5 red lights for the start of this British Grand Prix, starting from P10. And it's lights out, and away we go. And we get a good start, better than Norris and Ocon ahead of us, and we're going to try and nuzzle our way up to P8. Have a go on Sainz, and we hit Sainz, and hopefully we don't get too much damage from our front end plate. And we have to back off and give Ocon back the plate, so we dive back down the inside. We get a warning for collision with Carlos Sainz, and we're going to try and go round Ocon through the loop onto the Wellington straight. I know they're calling names for this circuit, which is why I like commentating on it. Ocon just gets ahead for P8, and we're going to have to settle for now. We're going to try and get him down into Woodcote. And we make a bit of contact with the Renault there, and again we're going to get a warning for collision, I think, and we were very clumsy on this first lap, but we managed to stay in P8. Didn't get an order to give back the place, so we're going to settle into P8 as we come along to the end of lap 1 now. Charles Leclerc is leading the field away. Yeah, and we're going to settle in for a good race here. As we cut to this wide shot. I think this is just on further into lap 3 coming down into Woodcote. I think it's Woodcote. Do correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to come through onto the old pit straight now. Ocon and Albon, who had a terrible qualifying in a Red Bull, I forgot to mention, and Norris following behind him, and he's going to try and go the outside of Copse, and he's going to try and make the mistake, and Albon's having another go at us. And the much faster cars, well, the Renault's kind of on pace, but the Red Bull's much faster than us, and he's going to try and get us into Magnussen Beckett's, but we hold on. And Ocon is going to start getting away from us, and we're going to have to settle for P9, but we do have the pace. We've got a lot of energy on board, and we're going to chuck it into Rich Mix as well, with a fresh ICE in the back. And Albon's still there, but he's not massively faster than us, so we can stay in P9 for now. And Ocon is not disappearing into the distance either, so this was good news for us as we dive down into Abbey now, and to complete the second lap. And we're going to jump on to lap 3, I believe, just in a second. Yes, Ocon's slowly getting away, 7/10 up the road, as Albon, is trying to get past us, and he has DRS and he has superior Honda car, but we outpace him on the straights with our very fast Ferrari engine. We have the best engine on the grid, as Albon does a switchback and tries to go on the outside coming into Abbey now, but we just outbrake him and we retain P9 for now. Good defending from ourselves here, as Ocon is slowly getting away. He's now out a second ahead of us, out of DRS range, as we come on to lap 4. And after the end of lap 4, not much happened. Albon, I keep saying Ocon for some reason. Albon stays behind us. He's there though. If we make a mistake or mess up a corner, he will be there. As we catch up to this train, which is Max Verstappen trying to overtake Lance Stroll in the racing point. And that's slowing Ocon down a bit, and we've caught up. As you can see, we're in the foreground there for just a second. As they come onto the old pit straight, and Ocon's a lot closer than he was earlier, and Hamilton's caught in this train as well, which is a bit of a disaster for him, as Carlos Sainz tries to make it around Max Verstappen. He gets hit by Max Verstappen and he goes wide. He's not out, but he's gone way off the track there, and he loses lots of positions, and he's gone out of the point. And unfortunately that's another disaster for Carlos Sainz, as Albon's trying to get us through this section before the hangar straight, and he does, and now Norris is going side by side with us. And we're going to have to chuck it into overtake mode. We don't put it in Rich Mix. I'm not really sure why at this point. We do have a lot of fuel on board. I'm going to try and have a look at Albon coming into Stowe. Yeah, so pretty eventful first 5 laps here, as we're going to make a massive dive bomb down on the Red Bull, and we make the move stick without any contact, and that's quite a risky move from us. I think I forgot the braking zone a bit and I just went with it. So you can see the replay from Albon's point of view, as we just dive bomb it and we just push him wide a little bit, and now he's under attack from Norris. As you can see, all this fighting has put wear on our tyres. Albon does a kamikaze move into Beckett's, and we're going to have to give him that place, and he's storming up the road already. We've been holding him up quite a bit, and he's probably quite frustrated that we've been holding him back as we have a look at our engine there. And I think at this point I don't have enough pace to catch right back up to Albon and try and retake P8. So we're going to have to settle the cut our losses, and we're going to have to remain in P9 and try and defend it from Lando Norris. As we come on to the end of lap 8, going on to lap 9, checking my tyre wear there. The front left, like in real life, has so much more wear than the other 3 tyres. And we're going to have to watch out for that, though Jeff has told me that tyre wear will be fine for now as we cut to the end of lap 9, I believe, and Lando Norris is going to try the undercut on both me and Perez. I thought I could go for another lap. I was considering coming in this lap, but Norris decided to go for the undercut as we pass a couple of people in the pits, including race leader Charles Leclerc, and we come in the next lap and we make sure we don't speed in the pit lane, and we make it just in time with 35 miles an hour. As you can see on the mini-map, the McLaren coming through Magnussen Beckett's on the that's where Lando Norris is. That's where we're aiming to come out in front, as loads of people ahead of us pit, and there's yellow flags on the pit straight. I'm not really sure what that's for, as our pit window opens now. We pitted a lap earlier than usual. I think my tyres are pretty shot, especially the front left, as Hamilton comes up behind us, and we're going to come in and hopefully for an uninterrupted stop And we have a very decent stop as we cut to it's Sergio Perez who's been causing these yellow flags on the pit straight, and it's another mechanical retirement for Racing Point. Not really sure what's going on over there. They've had so many retirements so far this season, and that's another disappointing end to Sergio Perez's race. He was out last race as well with the engine failure. So that gives us a bit more breathing room, but in the chaos, Lando Norris has got ahead, and so has Esteban Ocon, so the undercut has worked for them, and we've been outplayed as we cut to lap 12, the end of lap 11, sorry, and this is where a couple more of the race leaders and people we're not fighting with pit, including our teammate, I believe, and we're going to take back our P10 spot after we pass everyone. Oh no, we're still in P14. I think that's at the next lap, because Albon still hasn't pitted yet. He's going a bit further, but I think he goes onto the hard tyres, which I'm trying to work out why. If he's going longer, he should go for mediums. The AI are a bit broken in some parts of the Spain, but we come out of Raikkonen. Raikkonen's got up to 12, so he's done well to recover from a terrible qualifying, and he's fighting with Kvyat at the moment. But yeah, so now we have the second stint all the way. We're at halfway point of the race, and we're going to settle in and try and catch this pack of Albon, Ocon, and Norris. So that's what I was hoping at this point in the race.
Very, very big crash, and it's Danny Kvyat in the Alpha Tauri. And I hope he's okay. At the moment, think that Vettel on the pace. He's at the moment, and what's happened to Valtteri Bottas? He's gone wide, and now Max Verstappen can see the Mercedes and can see him in his rear wing. He has passed.
Yeah, left front puncture there, yeah, left more than a puncture.
Daniel Ricciardo gets past Carlos Sainz, and he's got tyre problems as well. Has Carlos Sainz, who's going to be passed now by his teammate Lando Norris. And that is Lewis Hamilton, and Hamilton is winning the Grand Prix. But look at the state of that Mercedes car. He's going through maggots and Beckett's at the moment. Hamilton's tyre's gone. Verstappen gives Red Bull the win. Let's take a look at the driver's standings. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table.
I wasn't joking, literally nothing happened in the remainder of that race. We didn't catch Lando Norris or Albon or Ocon, and Daniel Ricciardo slowly closed in on us towards the end, but that wasn't very exciting either. So Valtteri Bottas extends his lead of the championship just ahead of Sebastian Vettel, and we maintain P9, and I believe in the constructors' standings we remain in the same place as well. So only an eventful first half, nothing happened second half. So let's get into the comment competition for today's episode. Yep, so for this one, it's quite open. Timestamp a part of the video and write a caption for it. So let your imaginations run wild. I'm going to let you have most of the control of it. Also, let me know if you want me to do 25% races for next season, because, well, I don't really want this to happen again. Hopefully this will be a one-off, but if it happens throughout the season, I might switch to 25% races, because it's only one pit stop, and I kind of want to have 2 pit stops. The game doesn't seem to want to give me an option, and it's not a fast option to do it during the race. So, yeah, let me know on that. Anyway, we're going to head for a season break, as we're just looking through some of the R&D. We're going to bring a major power upgrade because Italy's coming up in 2 races. But anyway, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in Belgium for the next episode. See you later.